I have lied to my son about manatees for the last 24 years. 24 years ago, my 6-year-old son got me a birthday present. It was a mug with a picture of a manatee on it. He got upset when I wasn't sufficiently thrilled with his gift. I assured him that I loved it, saying that manatees were my favorite animals in the whole wide world. Since then, manatee-themed items have been my default gift from him. Manatee shirts, manatee calendars, manatee beer steins, and so much more. 24 years of manatee items, displayed proudly in my home. My confession is that manatees are not my favorite animal in the whole wide world. Never have been. I have nothing against them and they seem like gentle creatures, but they hold no fascination for me. I only said I loved manatees to soothe the feelings of my young son over 2 decades ago. Year after year, I rolled with the lie because it was harmless and I was in too deep to tell him the truth. Now my deception has reached its zenith. Next year I am turning 55 and he is turning 30. For Christmas, my son has booked a trip for the two of us to go to Florida to see manatees. My son is so excited for this trip and is telling everyone in our family about it. Even my ex-wife is gushing about my trip to finally see the manatees. Of course, I am thrilled to spend time and have an adventure with my son. I am grateful for his thoughtfulness and love for his old man. We will have a lovely time together and make great memories. And I will continue the deception about the manatees, which are not my favorite animals in the whole wide world. First comment. You're going to have to take this secret to your grave, I'm afraid. Second comment. A grave with a manatee on it. Third comment. You made me snort my coffee. Fourth comment. We all have the capacity to change. Embrace the manatee, learn to love it. You'll be happier for it. Fifth comment. The great George Costanza once said. Sixth comment. Maybe feed the plants the manatee eats with them. I did learn, after a volcanic explosion, the ash causes a huge benefit to aquatic life for 6 years due to nutrients. Also manatees are vulnerable because they starve due to not enough aquatic plant food, so this is very feasible. It's been decided, we're feeding you to the manatees you so loved. Rim. Seventh comment. Your ashes will be spread in Blue Springs. Honestly, I've done the trip, you might like manatees after it, they're amazing to see socializing in the wild, there will be hundreds, the water is crystal clear. You can watch the children zoom around and play while the parents try to teach them to just eat and float. Lots of fun. There was a blind one that sleeps in an old boat slip, and 2 other adults go every morning and pick him up and swim him to their grasses to graze for the day, then they take him home at night. Eighth comment. The manatee has become symbol of your son's love for you. For that reason, it is the most beautiful and wonderful creature in the whole wide world. Go see the manatees with your son. Tell him how it has made you incredibly happy to have this experience with him, and that it has made you incredibly happy to be his mother. Ninth comment. At this point, telling the truth wouldn't just be clearing the air, it would be a total lore-shattering revelation for the son. Imagine the poor guy thinking back on every manatee calendar and beer stein he carefully picked out for 24 years, only to realize his dad was just rolling with it. It would be heartbreaking. 10th comment. Honestly, if the dad ever did decide to reveal the truth, the best way to do it would be with another white lie covering. Yeah, I did love manatees and still think they're great, but in the last few years I've just become way more of a dog person since I see them so often. Or triple down and decide his love has transitioned to an even more absurd animal. 11th comment. Ooh, we'll be buried in a manatee-style coffin and smile about it. You and your son sound amazing. 12th comment. My son and I also share a love for Costco. So it will either be a manatee coffin or a Kirkland signature coffin. 13th comment. Haven't you thought that maybe he just doesn't like Costco? He pretended to like his Kirkland signature pajama bottoms when he was 6 and knew it would strengthen your bond together, so now he must pretend to love Costco to go along with his 24-year-old lie just to spend some quality time with his father. Oh, the humanity. 14th comment. They are the animal that has bonded you and your son for life. Imagine a 30-year-old wanting to go on a trip with their dad to look at their favorite animal. Manatees are now your favorite animal. 16th comment. Honestly, Op should have made manatee his favorite animal the moment the manatee stuff kept coming. Favorite animals are favorites for a reason. To even keep up the lie, you need to start learning facts and send and receive manatee pictures and memes. Or maybe he did the proper research into manatees or still didn't get too hyped on them. 17th comment. Plot twist: once you actually see manatees up close, they will indeed become your favorite animals in the whole wide world. 18th comment. I bumped into one while in the water in South Beach years ago. I can confirm what you're saying is true after my first encounter. 19th comment. Yeah, I've swam with them before. They are super chill and gentle, and they let you pet them and are generally unbothered. Edit. Gee, sorry, I didn't realize it's illegal to pet them. Relax guy, i.e. I was just a kid swimming in Florida. 20th comment. When I went swimming with them, a mother brought her calf to show us. The baby would not stop playing with us no matter how much we tried to keep our distance. Despite their gentle and meek reputation, they have no respect for laws. 21st comment. I absolutely love this about manatees. Most animals with adorable babies go, understandably, ragey if you show any interest in their babies. Manatees? Here is my chunky blubberball. He is so nice I have to share him with you. 22nd comment. The meek shall inherit the earth. So it is all a manatee plot to rule the world, smiley face emoji. Op, this is no time to be changing things. Keep this going. Die with it still being a secret. What does it cost you? Nothing. Do not shatter the illusion now. After the grand trip you could say a gentle, well, that tops everything. I now do not need any more manatee-themed gifts. Just remember, your son has derived so much special dad time and pleasure with this shared interest. There will never be a good time to shatter this bond. 23rd comment. It's illegal to pet them. They are allowed to touch you, however, since manatee law does not have a matching statute. 24th comment. I had a couple local manatees where I would go kayaking that learned that the bottoms of kayaks were frequently scraped up, so they would use them like loofahs and scrub their backs on them to itch, which frequently meant I was inches away from getting dumped out of my kayak into an intercoastal river that had alligators and sharks at the same time. So much fun. On the flip side, we did have one that lived near some boat slips at a small alcove. Every time you would turn on the hose to wash your boat, fishing gear, catch, the manatee would show up to drink out of the hose's fresh water, roll on his back, and stick his mouth out of the water. 25th comment. T's so true. I'm kind of surprised they let us move out of state at all. The number of times I go hiking with people and they say something along the lines of, "Oh my God, why are you trying to catch that?" or "Please stop trying to pet the, insert something with teeth here." As a kid, we used to have shared custody of a swimming hole/fishing spot with the local 6-foot alligator. We would swim and fish until he'd show back up, then we would mosey off on our way. We all still have all of our fingers and toes. 26th comment. I gotta be honest, by now they absolutely should be. What 55-year-old needs a favorite animal? Lamau. Manatees are forged in 24 years of thoughtfulness and love between father and son. What other animal in his life could compare, and how could it possibly matter to him at this point? Op, just give in and embrace manatees as your favorite animal. 27th comment. My 85-yo neighbor's last name is Hog, and her entire home is filled with pig-themed knickknacks. She gave us a tour when we first moved in, and told us people just started giving me pig stuff and never stopped. Other people saw the pig stuff and thought I really like it, so more and more people just started giving me more stuff. 60 years worth of unwanted pigs. 28th comment. My dad and his wife bought a house with a pair of cheap concrete squirrels mounted on the walls outside. Since then it's been about 6 to 7 years of non-stop squirrel gifts every birthday. At first they wanted to get rid of them, but someone bought custom nameplates for Mr. and Mrs. Nutkin, so they kinda had to keep them. 29th comment. My godmother used to have a phobia of frogs, and in an attempt to fight it, she bought a small plastic frog thingy for her garden. When her friends and family heard about this, everyone showed up at her house with frog-themed stuff for the next few holidays. Not as a prank, they were genuinely trying to be helpful. She was pissed but eventually embraced it and now has 24 plastic frogs. 30th comment. I live in Florida and this is actually a cool experience. They are so large and gentle and they live in the springs, which even with no manatees present is gorgeous and worth a trip. I'm sorry. I get stuff like this. My son is almost 15 and I have a cat named Mia with huge furry balls because he rejected him as a child, stating he wanted a girl cat only. So we lied and said the vet told us we were wrong. Fast forward 10 years later and our cat he named Mia with huge boy balls is always a topic of discussion among new guests. Lol. Hope you enjoy Florida anyways. 31st comment. When I was about 6, my brother, like 12, got our mom a CD for her birthday. It was Beatles, one which if I recall was an album of covers or remasters of classic well-known Beatles songs. My brother and I knew the Beatles were one of Mom's favorite bands. She would play their records, real vinyls, for us, collected their books, and I believe this was the year she had gone to Liverpool. So, good gift, right? Wrong. So wrong. So very badly wrong. She must have forgotten that we were children under 15 by how she went off at us. Yelling. Full lung capacity, screaming in rage. She hated that the CD wasn't brand new, never heard songs. She hated that my brother wasted money on this crap. She surely must have forgotten that 2 of 4 of the band members were dead, one having died on her 21st birthday. That day sucked and I never forgave her for being such a vitriolic botch to her children over a fucking gift we couldn't even grasp the complexity of at that time. Our parents wonder why us kids stopped contacting them as soon as we could get away from them. 32nd comment. Hello. Floridian here. Manatees are such super cool animals and I think you might surprise yourself and discover that they are your new favorite. Hopefully you're able to see them in their natural habitat. Just remember, the manatee can do basically whatever it wants to you, but you cannot interact with them. Once, a baby manatee became obsessed with my daughter and repeatedly approached her. She had to tuck into a back float and not move each time. A super cool memory, except the poor thing got swarmed by other people who swam over to see it, so she had to get out. 33rd comment. I ended up with 2,466 rubber ducks this very same way. In 2007, my husband and I took our 4 children to the Rat Casino, Chuck E. Cheese. After turning in their tickets and selecting their prizes, our dear children pooled their leftover tickets to purchase gifts for us. Their father received a switchblade comb. I received a rubber duck. I proudly displayed that rubber duck on our entertainment center. After that, it became tradition for our children to use the last of their leftover tickets to purchase a rubber duck which would take its place next to the original on our entertainment center. Now, Chuck E. Cheese was not the only place giving out rubber ducks purchased in bulk from the Oriental Trading Company's catalog. Various teachers, churches and neighbors at Halloween also purchased and gave out rubber ducks. Those ducks also found a home on our entertainment center. The neighborhood children who came over to play and stared in awe of the collection were told of my love of rubber ducks. Word spread within our community and rubber ducky donations began showing up on our porch. Shy neighborhood children made the pilgrimage to our home to ceremoniously gift me a rubber duck and watch as it joined its honored comrades. By 2008, my husband had to build a dedicated shelving unit just to house them all. But the lore continued to grow and morph and eventually grew into a Yam Storm cat loves anything to do with rubber ducks. I was gifted shower curtains printed with rubber ducks, rubber duck soap dispensers, rubber duck Dixie cup dispensers, rubber duck shaped soaps, rubber duck pajamas, rubber duck refrigerator magnets, rubber duck measuring cups, etc. I was also made aware of a store in Amsterdam devoted exclusively to rubber ducks when I was gifted several of them. This year, a former coworker gifted me 2 rubber duck skeletons at Halloween and my sister gifted me a hard plastic, hot pink, metallic rubber duck shaped coin bank with a Santa hat at Christmas. They all joined their brethren in the rubber duck room. That's right. Now I have an entire room to hold my gifts. It's touching, really. Every one is a symbol of love and proof that I'm never farther from their thoughts than a small, cheerful bit of plastic. So please don't tell them that I prefer cats. 34th comment. My children think I love skee-ball with a passion. Truth is, when we'd go to the arcade, I'd play skee-ball while they moved from game to game, because it paid out 5x or more tickets than the games they were playing, so when we were done, they'd have plenty of tickets to buy some junk in the arcade store. I played at BC. It was practical and ended in my kids being happy. I don't care about it at all, but my adult kids still think I'm a skee-ball fanatic and take pride in how well I play it, cause I've had a ton of practice. 35th comment. All the lies my father used to tell, I wish this was the kind of lie I wish he would have told. At least it would have showed how much he cared about my feelings. He and I had a terrible relationship, if you can't tell. The things loving parents do, or should do, to protect their children and their feelings. So kudos to you. 38th comment. My daughter once asked me what my favorite color is. It's a silly question to an adult, and I was busy, so I spit out green to get her off my back. Since then she has relentlessly pointed out green things. She asked me for months what color my evacuation zone I worked in, hoping desperately I got to gather at the green zone sign. Selecting gifts purely for color. Pointing out green cars. Green is now unequivocally and without a doubt my favorite color, and it forever will be. I had no reason to favor one color over another before, but she has thoroughly assured that the color green will always remind me of how childishly excited she was for my happiness. How she transformed a mundane topic like color into an expression of love and care for her dad. It's time to end the lie. Manatees are your favorite animal in the whole wide world. How could they not be after 2.4 decades of representing your son's undying love for you? 39th comment. The amazing thing is that now manatees are a bridge between you and your son. And every manatee gift just makes it stronger. It's like a special thing that the two of you share, just between you. It's like having a secret love language. It's a beautiful thing. 40th comment. Has this made me smile reading it? My son is 6, and I just opened the first presents he picked out on his own. I relish in the excitement he showed doing it on his own, like the best dad ever canvas and a huge bead bracelet. Even if I didn't like one of these things, I totally understand the lie and would take it to my grave. Enjoy the manatees, it's still probably cool to see them like that. Plus your son's still wanting to do these things. By default, maybe manatees will hold a special place for bringing you these extra memories. 41st comment. Lots of places to see manatees in FL, but if you get the chance to kayak in an area where they frequent or take a guided boat tour, that's often the best way because you can get a little closer to them or see spots that people can't easily walk to. Manatees are cool. If you haven't already, read up on them and the conservation efforts around them. They deserve far more love. 42nd comment. I actually have a really lovely memory of visiting Florida with my family, and we went to go see the space shuttle launch, but it ended up getting cancelled. Everyone else in our party went to the beach, but my mom and dad and I stumbled across a little manatee sanctuary that was literally in someone's back garden. And it was such a peaceful day seeing this weird creature I'd literally never even heard of. Even now, 20 plus years later, Mom will bring up how nice that day was. Lol. 43rd comment. They could represent something so much more special now, other than just being a favorite animal you made up. They represent the immense love and attention a young boy has focused on for the last 20 plus years just to prove how important it is and was for him to use your favorite animal every year as his symbol of love for you. He continues to value your favorite as the bar he has set for himself to express how much you mean to him. It can absolutely be considered one of your favorite things because of what it has come to represent. 44th comment. The same thing happened to my brother's wife, but with pineapples. Someone got her something with a pineapple on it once, and she politely exclaimed, "How fun, I love pineapples." And ever since, the pineapple gifting has become unhinged. Umbrella, door knockers, towels, planters, clothing, the list goes on forever. This went on for 10 years. Eventually she had enough. She very softly, in a non-gift giving scenario, waited for someone to mention the pineapple obsession and then lovingly admitted that while she liked pineapples, she wasn't in love with them and had just been trying to be polite. Everyone was shocked and then laughed the entire story off, and moved on. She never gets pineapple stuff now and actually receives things she enjoys. Also, I don't think this is your fault. This was initially a gift your son gave you when he was 6. He has since grown into a full-blown adult. But in the last 18 years since, he's never taken note of anything else you like? Anything? Any other type of hobby, excursion, clothing, food, music, etc.? There's millions of gift options in the world. It kind of sounds like your son either fell back on the manatee thing and never tried harder to do anything different, or that your family doesn't appreciate you and has made little effort to get to know you better. The sticky part is this has now evolved into an expensive vacation, and if you tell them, you will still look like a jerk. I don't envy your position. I would probably take this opportunity both to admit that I'm not obsessed with manatees, but also that I'm hurt that they never tried to think outside the box for a different type of gift. For the last 18 years,